Okay, so this monster hurricane continues to churn through the Caribbean this hour. Our Tom Sater is tracking this. He's joining me now with the latest on exactly where Irma is headed next. Tom?
Amber, it's pretty much moving through the Turks and Caicos right now, and they're looking easily at a 6-meter storm surge, maybe 7 in some areas. A lot of it has to do with just how shallow the water is around these islands. But we're going on 60 straight hours at a Category 5. I mean, that's just mind-blowing to think of that. And it's still over open water. Sure, there may be some slight deviation in the winds as it interacts with land on the outer bands. But again, we've gone at least 24 hours without a major landfall. So the system will continue to sustain its energy. Warnings in effect for the Bahama Islands and the north coast of Cuba. Havana is not into this, so I think they're going to miss out. But this is new today. In Florida, a hurricane watch, and this is a big, big deal. This is the next step, the next stage. And this costs millions of dollars. The National Hurricane Center does not do this lightly because they know with evacuations, they know with businesses closing, they know with getting federal and state and all the local agencies to get, of course, the aid in there and the resources and the equipment. This costs millions and millions of dollars just to put out a watch. It's going to become a warning at some point, and then we'll watch the other watches that'll be issued up both coasts of Florida. Right now, the system continues to spin at just this massive strength. We're not looking at any weakening. I doubt it's going to interact with the high terrain now of Cuba. So when we're talking about the storm surge, that's probably one of the most dangerous aspects of these storms, especially for the island nations that are not very much above sea level. Look at the bright turquoise color. This is the shallow waters. When those walls of water come toward these islands in that storm surge, a lot of it has to do with that gradual, gentle slope of the ocean floor. And so it makes it much greater. That's why the surges, we're talking 6.5, maybe 7 meters in some areas, when maybe it's only going to be, 4 or so in Miami, although I think that might be a little on the conservative side. We had a shift in the track today. Yesterday, about 80 or so kilometers to the east, and now back another 40, which actually puts Miami in the worst possible position, because it's that front right quadrant. That's where the winds are the strongest. That's where the storm surge, that's where the feeder bands move in. The tornado outbreaks can occur. And as we watch the system move to the north, these are the spaghetti plots, even though these hug the East Coast, the bigger change is this, the European model, shifting back westward. Again, keep in mind, what we do not want to see is this quadrant. And that's where we've got millions and millions of people. And it continues to make its way due north. That means we've got hurricane force winds almost on each coastline. Now, the U.S. model has shifted west as well. Yesterday, it was off the coastline. We thought, well, that's good news. It's like Matthew last year, even though Matthew did damage and slid into the Carolinas. But now this is a green. We're 2.5 days out. This is not what you want to see. There is a no-win situation right now, and a no-win situation for Jose. This is devastating. It became a Category 3 hurricane just a couple of hours ago, making its way to the northern islands of the Lesser Antilles that have been decimated by Irma, and it's going to come close. I don't think we're going to have a landfall, but these people have nowhere to go as those hurricane-force winds extend outward over Barbuda and Anguilla.
Oh, my gosh, so much to be concerned about right now. Tom Sater, we know you'll keep us posted. Thank you for that. Well, Irma's southern flank